Oh,
Hello.
it's Tuesday.
Yeah. Woo. I'm supposed to talk now, aren't I? Exciting week for us. I'm going to be working on Coloring Voxels. I'm going to be doing the Crazy Golf DLC, which can be quite fun because I quite like doing the modelling stuff. I use different software to jack as well, so there might be some different footage for you to see in this video. Thus. And Lee's going to be working on the hexceed DLC with the new mechanic. So apparently there's been a lot of issues with the validator. It's not working, so we'll see how it goes. But yeah, the new mechanic is really fun and should be good.
So far today I've been getting on with a lot of the sort of store page tasks I've been sitting around. So we've got the hexceed store page that's released and announced because that's coming out at the end of the month, so that announcement's gone live for all of that. As well as that, I've sent off the zoom out pack. This isn't actually coming out until November because with the pushbacks and the patrons wanted Halloween next month, we gave them the option of doing the zoom out pack or Halloween. They chose Halloween, so the zoom out pack's moving off to November, but we can still get that store page sent off and then live when it's been approved by Steam, so that's sent off as well. And then I was going on to do the next Coloring Voxels store page, which obviously is going to be Crazy Golf. But for some reason I'm getting some sort of issue where I can't get the actual text to show on the assets. So for the actual DLC title should be down here. So yeah, just push it off to Rob, have a quick look at that, and then once that's sorted I can get that sent off as well. Because I've got a couple of screenshots to put on the store page as well. So they'll be ready to get sent off to Steam as well. But yeah, going to take a break from that and make a start on the vlog.
Okay, so I am back to working on a bit of hexceed today. There's a lot of issues with the validator that Lee keeps finding bugs with the new mechanic. Had a little go fixing that. There's more to do, but I wanted to spend a bunch of today working on the upcoming Crazy Golf DLC for Coloring Voxels. So doing a bit of 3D modelling. I've just been working on this hole here today. Got a bit of a time lapse for that. Hopefully it's okay. And yeah, just trying to get a hole where it's sort of like those ones with the ramps where you have to hit it like up here, it rolls up and then rolls up here and then into the hole over here, something like that. Yeah, it's getting there. We've just been sort of trying to get these bricks looking right because it's not great. Like I thought they would all knit together nicely, but they just don't. So I'm having to make like some bricks squares to make them fit. Some of them have little bends in like this. It's just a mess. But fingers crossed it'll all come together at the end. Okay, so basically a similar schedule to what I was doing yesterday. Started off working on hexceed with the new mechanic, trying to get the completer to work as expected, and then shortly I'm going to be working on Coloring Voxels again. But essentially we're getting a lot of errors on hexceed with the validator. So this scene we've got here, the auto test all scene. It can basically complete every level in the game typically. Usually there's like 1 or 2 fails where it can't quite work it out per world. So as you can see, as we're running through just the world that we're working on at the moment, there's a lot of errors popping up. So I was just quickly looking at, I asked Lee to do a run on his end without pulling the changes that I've done today. And you can see there's a lot of errors going on here. The main issues though are these ones where it says game grid failed click. So this is where it's actually assuming that something is correct and it's wrong. And that's a major problem because it means that there's something actually wrong with the logic or the data sets that it's using. So I've been trying to fix those and I think I've got there. I'm just running through a quick check here and you can see that none of them are saying game grid at the start of here. When it says auto test failed, it just means they can't work it out. So it's not the end of the world. Obviously we want it to be able to work as much out as it can. You can see it is getting quite far in these levels when it's running through them. But yeah, we're getting there. It's a very, very complicated mechanic. But yeah, I'm just going to tackle it a little bit at a time.
So I just spent a little time going through making all the achievement icons and uploading them all for the playing cards DLC. You can see they're still popping there just because of the sheer number of them. But yeah, they're all working. They've all popped perfectly fine. Again, it's just running through the actual animation on the Steam client. but they've all worked, which is great. So yeah, that's that done. This should be the playing cards DLC fully ready to go. I'll give it one last check just to be sure. Make sure that the Zuma book, for example, isn't showing. And then yeah, this will be ready to go live for Friday. And now I'm going to head back over and do some more hexceed levels. So take two, I've just been talking to myself for a good 10 minutes because the phone wasn't recording. So I've just finished up the live stream for today. Been live streaming Coloring Voxels, play testing the levels Rob's been making. But as you see here, Rob's made the actual event in the Discord channel. So if you're in the Discord, head over to the events tab up at the top here. And there's the event, you can mark that as being interested. And if you do, you'll get notified every time we go live as well. Because we're talking about making the stream even more consistent than we already have. Just sort of sticking to the set schedule, making sure it's a good 2 hours long. Even talking about setting up a nice area in the office dedicated to streaming now that we've got the spare PC. So check back in a couple of vlogs. You might see the rearrangement of the office, who knows. But other than that, today I've been doing the announcements for the playing cards DLC. Those are all scheduled to go out later tonight. As well as that, I remade this GIF as well because when I originally made the GIF, the level was post QA, so there was an error with this actual image. So I made the GIF again just to make sure the image isn't incorrect for the GIF. And that's ready to go out. And now all that's left is hexceed as well. So I'm making more levels on hexceed here. Let me head over to the world again. And I see here all of these hexagons that are coloured in without the sort of the bright red. Those are completed levels. So I'm roughly at the halfway mark, give or take. And yeah, it's making some good progress. Right here, there's a little narrow section of the world is some tutorial levels, and that's where I'm at the minute, making some more tutorials as we introduce some new mechanics to work alongside the chain mechanic. So I've got this one here is the dot mechanic, so jumping over gaps, how that's going to interact with the new chain mechanic. We've got the big tiles. I think this one's portals, and then the last one I'm working on here is the spiral mechanic as well, how this interacts uniquely with the new chain mechanic. So yeah, I've finished up the tutorial and I've just got a bunch more levels to do to get this finished.
Yeah, so I think I've about halfway on the Crazy Golf DLC, so I've just finished off a whole 7, 8 and 9 in the past day or so. Kind of cool. We've got like a water feature going on here, and then this one is sort of like a bridge. You can just see just under there that it goes underneath. It's sort of like a spiral. Some fun stuff. This was supposed to be a barrel, but it didn't really look quite right, so I've turned it into a bin. I've put a bin liner in there because sure, everyone wants to make a bin, right? Yeah. And yeah, I've just been getting those in game. There were a few issues that Lee spotted in the stream, which I've gone ahead and fixed. So now I'm going to re-import everything again, make sure that's okay. But there's a few bits of feedback that he pointed out, like we could make the asset for the flags just a little bit thinner, which makes them look a little bit nicer and stuff like that. So yeah, really just working on the quality, and it looks a bit strange, doesn't it? Yeah, I'll make a start on the next set of 9. Lee, phone's low on power, so hurry up.
Okay, we're being slow. Yeah, another busy week. We have the playing cards DLC coming out tonight for us here in the office, but that's been out a week for you guys, so check that out if you haven't already. It's a good one. Bigger than all the other ones, 54 images, so enjoy that.
Is that the biggest we've ever done?
Bigger than the bonus book, so
oh wow.
So it's big. In terms of the DLC, we have the Crazy Golf DLC for Voxels coming out tonight, if that's all went to plan. So check that out as well. That store page will be live. You can check it out here. And we have hexceed coming out in a week's time as well. So a lot of DLC this month, all for you to enjoy. Hope to play them all. The chain mechanic is very good for hexceed too, so check it out. Rob's going to press stop. You didn't press stop. What are you doing?
I didn't press stop. I didn't keep going. Keep going.
Yeah, thanks for making it in the video. Thanks for the people who stopped by the live streams. We have an event in Discord to check out, as I said before in this video. So check out that event if you want to be notified when we're live. And yeah, thanks for watching. Have a good weekend.